What if the thing keeping your lights on is slowly turning everything else off? Every night, Andre told himself the same lie. Just one more shift, just one more check. Mortgage, car note, soccer cleats, braces. The math never stopped, and neither did he. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't reckless. Andre was doing everything right, and that's what made it so dangerous. 36 years old, and already living inside a coffin made of time and a half. It started small, a double shift here, a weekend there, but overtime has a way of becoming your whole identity. His wife stopped asking when he'd be home. She already knew the answer. She just stopped caring about it. The kids learned to say goodnight to a closed door, or worse, to no one at all. One night, she finally said it. "You're not providing for this family, Andre. You're hiding from it." That sentence broke something in him. Not because it was cruel, because it was true. Next morning at roll call, Andre moved through the motions like a ghost wearing a badge. That's when Hank noticed. Hank noticed everything. Retired 6 months ago, but still came around like the building owed him rent. Hank watched Andre reach for another overtime slip, and something in the old man's face changed. "Hey, young buck." Andre turned around. Hank was standing there like a wall. "We need to talk." "That slip you just signed? That isn't extra pay, son. That's your future being sold in hours." Hank reached into his jacket and pulled out a notebook. Old, beaten, dog-eared. The cover read, "Income without a badge." "This isn't a dream journal," Hank said. "It's an exit plan. I started writing it in year 12, finished it in year 25. Everyone in this building thinks the badge is the plan," Hank continued. "The badge is the tool. You need a plan beyond the tool." Rule number 1, convert overtime to assets. Hank didn't say quit. He said, redirect. "One shift," Hank said. "Just give up one shift per pay period and spend those hours building something that doesn't require a badge." So Andre did something terrifying. He said no to overtime for the first time in 2 years. The first week felt like withdrawal. His body didn't know what to do with free time that wasn't paid. He started researching, training certifications, security consulting, defensive driving instruction, skills he already had, just never sold. His sergeant noticed the missing name on the OT board. "You going soft on me?" Andre just smiled and said, "No, sir, going smart." Rule number 2, automate a freedom fund. Money moves on payday before life can eat it. Andre set up the transfer that night, $200 every payday, gone before he could touch it. It wasn't much, but it was the first money in his life that wasn't already spent before it arrived. But the wilderness period hit hard. Other officers thought he was crazy. Turning down money in this economy? His paycheck was smaller, noticeably. The first month, he questioned everything. But then, he got his first client. A local business needed security consultation, paid him $400 for 3 hours of what he already knew. Rule number 3, stop upgrading pain. If overtime is mandatory to survive, you're already over budget. Andre looked at his car, his mortgage, his lifestyle, and realized he hadn't built a life. He'd built a treadmill. He canceled the truck upgrade, kept the paid-off sedan, told his wife, "We don't buy anything that needs overtime to exist." 3 months later, Andre had 2 regular consulting clients, a defensive driving class he taught on Saturdays, and $800 a month that didn't require a badge. He still wore the badge, but it no longer wore him. His daughter said something one Saturday morning that almost broke him in the best way. "Dad, you're home again?" He went back to the precinct that Monday and found Hank sitting in his usual spot by the coffee machine. Andre returned the notebook. Hank pushed it back. Keep it. You'll know who needs it next. That's how this works. The overtime coffin is real, and the lid closes so slowly, you think it's a blanket, until someone tells you to climb out. So, ask yourself tonight, is that extra shift building your future or burying it? The answer changes everything.